All right, so September, it's our birthday, WedVibes birthday, and we prepared a lot of gifts. And the session today is unique and very special, and you are the first to see the promotional insights from the freshest and biggest wedding industry study that we have been working for several months. We actually started in April. Can you believe it? Several months data collecting, then data analysis, then shaping all these insights and packing it. And if you're here today, congratulations. You already made a huge step towards your promotion, and you will be the first people who can apply everything that we will show today. And before we start, I have a question for you. We will pull out a poll now because we want to try to make our sessions entertaining and fun. So question to you. Have you been to WedVibes live session before, or it's your first time? So choose your option, and that will help us also understand how quick we should give you introduction about us, how familiar you with our format. And yeah, if you have already virtually
I
met.
can see so many people actually okay on the first session right now. So this is so great. Welcome. First session wins so far.
So it's been because for some reason, I cannot see statistics. If you kindly can share with me numbers, that would be awesome.
I can kindly give you numbers. Okay, so 60% excited to be on the first session right now. 21%, it's kind of like a tie. 20% is more than twice, and another 20% been on one session. So
all right, 40% we already met, and 60% you guys see us for the first time. That's exciting. So we will have extensive introduction before we will dive into the insights. And now it's your turn, and I will ask you to put in the chat your name, where are you joining from, your location. I mean, it's still season, so you might be traveling. You can put the home country for you and like the current country, and also your profession. So name, location, profession. And we always encourage you to put chat on fire. So as we will speak, please utilize this chat as much as possible and don't hold yourself. Put greetings to fellow participants, to us, some kind words, some love note, questions, comments, everything is welcome, because this is how you actually become present on the session and get as much as possible. And 60% are the newcomers. That's awesome. You know that at WedVibes, our mission is to help you wedding professionals to convert your talent into success. And we empower you with all kinds of PR and marketing tools to strategize your growth. And this session is part of this huge movement, of a huge mission of ours. And today we will talk about promotional insights that we excavated from the wedding industry study and build on already what we know about the industry. And buckle up, that session is about your growth, and everything that we put together is a real life examples that you can apply. Because I always take a pride on how detailed we dig into each insight and showcase the exact example of that good reel or of the video or of the gallery, and you will see, trust me, that you can immediately understand what we are talking about and how to apply it for yourself with, of course, your twist. So let's get started.
Yeah, it's so great to see familiar faces out of 40% who've been here like more than once or maybe even once. I can see some familiar faces from all around the world. And yeah, just keep, if you didn't have a chance, keep writing in a chat, so we want to get to know you better while we are telling you the story about us. So yes, as Elena already mentioned, we celebrated it's in September 9 years of WedVibes. The exact date is September 28th, but we celebrated the whole month. So stay tuned. We prepared so many surprises, and we're gonna tell you about one today during our live session. Yeah, so for those 9 years, WedVibes is a hub connecting couples to wedding professionals, as you already know, of course. We discover and showcase incredible talents, you guys, to the world and help you grow your business. We help you to be noticed and attract your dream couples, and we're going to talk about it today extensively. We see our mission in action because at this point we help over 500 professionals to become successful entrepreneurs via our marketing courses, via our media platform, advertising, via our editorials, everything. And you know us as a storefront, basically, as a media platform, and we showcase all this stylish, trendy, entertaining content. But behind the scenes, we enable wedding professionals to strategize marketing and attract, the right couples. It's owned by us, me, Daria, and here's Alina. And we're two marketing experts with extensive European and American background. We're going to tell you more about ourselves in the next slide. And we built successful 7-figure business at this point. And all this became possible because we met
5 years ago. So that's fun fact that we are now located in California. Our accent came from our motherland. We both from Europe. However, we have never met back in Europe. We met 5 years ago at UCLA. It's Los Angeles University of Southern California. And Daria, she came from completely different background from mine. She did wedding planning. And I know that I see in chat that there are a lot of wedding planners today with us. And I know that a huge part of our WedVibes professional community is also planners. So Daria worked for 10 years in Italy, France, and all the renowned locations as a luxury wedding planner. Also, she did brand campaigns for the renowned wedding brands such as Tiffany and De Beers. And today, she's leading the aesthetics and content part for WedVibes. So she blends art, fashion, digital trends into WedVibes visual and content that we are renowned for both couples and professionals and a lot of wedding enthusiasts.
Yeah, and Alina has a completely different background. So she's a marketing expert she's been the marketing expert for 15 years. So this is such an extensive experience. She oversaw marketing for the brands you know and love from the childhood. Like me personally, it's Nutella or Raffaella candies or like Kit Kat. So, and she makes every brand she works with more appealing. We call it even more sexy, if you will. She understands consumer needs and transforms your talent and creativity into profit. And that's exactly what she has done with WedVibes. So she's mastermind behind all the strategies and basically behind us growing in this 7-figure business.
So we both came from very different background, but we had one thing in common. We wanted to disrupt the wedding market, and we combined our expertise and what we accomplished so far. I know that 40% of our audience today already know everything, but with the newcomers, I want to share the main highlights. First, we grew Instagram to over 200,000 followers. And I always keep saying that it is not followers to us, it's audience, it's people. And we take a pride of having such an amazing, smart, elegant, fashion-savvy audience who at the same time value authenticity and emotions. And it's our mutual growth because we produce content that they like and they give us feedback of what kind of content they want to see. So we mutually grow together. Second, we built an amazing wedding professional community, and we already helped over 1,000 wedding professionals to grow the business and convert, as we usually say, talent into success or into money, to be very straightforward. Also, we partner with household brands and also help them to put their brand in front of the right eyes. And I believe that some of our editorial participants are here with us today. And some of those who will be joining less than a week in Villa Balbiana editorial also here. Let me know if you are here. So we did editorials and we helped around 5,000 wedding professionals to shape a luxury portfolio. We already did 50 editorials in more than 15 countries. So it was in the US, in Europe, in South Africa. I mean, you name it. Every location you can think about in terms of wedding industry, we already did an editorial or we plan to do.
Yeah,
All right.
Antarctica is still in the works, but we will go now there one day.
Yeah, all right. And the biggest, let's say, scene and the biggest project of our growth and our mission to transform the wedding industry now is this study that we just finalized and that we are sharing with you, and why the study is a game changer for the industry and for everyone who works here. Around 2 million professionals worldwide. It's because it's holistic. It covers everything from wedding trends, makeup trends, gown design, decor, etc., to the promotion and Pinterest and networking. It's modern and recent on trends. It's digital native because it covers a lot of activations and connection points with couples and vendors via digital platforms. It's based on real couples data. So it's not our assumptions or beliefs or like the gut feeling. It's real data, the numbers that we collected via interviews and survey with couples. We'll also cover top players of the industry, and they revealed some of the secrets, how they grew. So we blended it into the holistic understanding. And of course, it's WedVibes expertise in fashion-forward content and marketing.
Yeah, so once again, who participated in this study? Of course, first of all, are couples. So we decided to go with a 360 degrees approach and interviewed both sides of this market. Couples are the most important, they're our clients. We need to understand their needs. So how many of them? 571 couples, engaged couples from all around the world participated and answered our questionnaire. You can see some of their main characteristics. The top countries, they're like from United States or UK, Australia, France, Italy. We know also that majority of them are planning destination weddings with 50 or more guests and have a budget from $200,000 US dollars and up. And second, of course, as Alina already mentioned, our experts. So it was important for us to get insights from every professional from each category who contributes to each wedding. So that's why you can see here 50 people, 50 deep interviews, calls with top experts in key professions. It was planners, photographers, videographers, content creators, floral designers, makeup artists, fashion stylists, even venue managers and PR and marketing specialists like Harmony here who help professionals with their business goals. And we also announced it publicly, so everyone from the wedding industry could actually participate in our study. So we want to thank you, everyone. Maybe you are here today or you watch it as a recording. Everyone who saw our announcements and decided to participate in this study, you helped us to build this, as Alina said, holistic vision in the industry and the main growth drivers. And we're going to share some insights with you today.
Some insights. Actually, we packed everything that we excavated into the 3 lectures that we called Trilogy of Promotion. And another fact about my bio, actually, I graduated social science. So I have a master in social science, and the big part of social science is data analysis. And our professor always told us that data is nothing. There is like a lot of data around us, but the insights that you pull out of the data means a lot. And also the way how you apply those insights into the organizational changes, into your marketing, into your business, into even like the government change, that makes real change. That is why we focused again on the insights, and we have many of them. So we break down into 3 main lectures. The lecture number 1, the part 1, we already released in August, so you can watch it on YouTube, and I encourage you to watch it because we are big fans of creating brand new content. So what it means that we don't create one deck and keep sharing and resharing as a broken record. So every time we meet with you, it's something new. So that's why not to duplicate some ideas. It is in the part 1, so I encourage you to go and watch. Today we are having the promotion lesson lecture. It's part 2, and part 3 will be the second part, also dedicated to promotion. We will do live September 26th. So if you guys got bored with HBO, Hulu, and another platform, we are becoming new Netflix. So you can watch the 3-episode new show, WedVibes show. Yeah, that was a joke of the day. You know, public speaking, they always say you have to like throw the joke into the audience. All right. Again, the last but not the least announcement. It's our WedVibes birthday, right? And I already said in the beginning that we prepared a lot of gifts. That's true. It's not just words. And one of the gifts that we want to give away to everyone who works in the industry, only for wedding professionals, it's our merch that we produced exactly in a limited edition. It's only 100 bags, tote bags. And we already gave to some of our partners. They started posting stories for sure. And they created some kind of buzz. So people start reaching out us and saying, can I have this bag? And we have a lot of people actually asking for the bag. Fortunately, unfortunately, we have only limited number of them, but we want to give away 3 of them. So the idea is simple. We will encourage you to take maximum of this session and to share some cool insights about the study, about what you learned today, what you like today on your Instagram, and tag WedVibes, and then we will pick 3 persons and send out our bags. So no matter where you're located, you have a chance to get a bag, because in our team, we have 22 people spread around the world. So there is everywhere someone who can send you, maybe personally deliver this bag and some like more goodies.
Maybe.
So the idea is simple, keep share on Instagram, the insights or thoughts about the study or the session, and tag us, and we will send the bags.
Yeah, you will have this like super stylish tote bag with definition of actually wedding professional. So raise your hand if it applies to you. So wedding professional is someone who turns your dreams into a Pinterest perfect event while running on caffeine and a sheer willpower. Also known as a memory maker, backstage hero, and aesthetic ninja. So raise your hand or drop a like plus or heart or something in the chat if it applies to you and if you want this tote bag. And yeah, participate in this giveaway. Yay! I can see some reaction.
Yes.
Hello,
Alright.
aesthetic ninjas.
How you say, how Americans say, let's keep the ball rolling. I'm still in the phase that I'm learning English. Okay, so we, that we did marketing, and I'm a marketing person. I came from the corporate world. I did marketing for Nutella and etc. And then we did marketing for wedding professionals and WedVibes. So we know a lot about how to generate demand. And based on what we build on top of that, in terms of learning new things and new insights from couples and partners, we figure out that pretty much there is a triangle of success. Probably it reminds you like the triangle of sadness, one of the recent movies. All right, so we want to summarize everything that we know in this triangle. So pretty much everyone who can nail that triangle will achieve your business and artistic goals. So what are the angles? The first is you, the second is couples, and number 3 is partners. I will elaborate a little bit. So it always starts with you. The main angle is you. It's your brand identity, it's why you do this, it's your uniqueness, it's your communication style, it's your work style, it's your tone of voice, how you build relationship, how you organize your work, everything. It is you. You're essential. You're essential. Second is couples, who they are, what they want, what their fears, what their barriers from working with you, everything that you know about them and how you can connect with them, how you connect with right couples. And number 3 is partners. It's pretty much your fellow wedding professionals who you work with. And also it's all the media outlets, everyone who works together with you. And today we will focus our session in couples and partners, and we will cover you because it's the biggest and the most important fundamental part in the next lesson. It will be September 26th. So today is couples and partners.
Yeah. So first,
how is it going so far? Is it clear, this triangle of success? Let us know. We
once
always
again,
will
drop everything in the chat, whatever you can, like every symbol will count as yes.
Angelina already posted story. That's awesome. Okay, guys, yeah, please put the chat on fire. I love to hear your feedback and also understand that you are present and we're not talking Mungalai, we're talking something that's relevant or irrelevant. All right.
Pure magic. Mwah, chef's
Okay,
kiss.
that is someone of WedVibes team. We have them,
This is the paid
energy.
actors in this session. Yeah, okay. So while you are participating in the chat, okay, we're gonna talk about the first side or the first angle of our triangle of success. Of course, it all starts with our couples. If you already watched our previous live session, part 1, you did learn about so many trends, about where do they look for inspiration, what kind of media platforms do they read, which factors in choosing a wedding vendor is the most important for the couple, so which content is the most useful, etc. There are so many insights. So if you haven't done this, please after this session, go back on YouTube and watch the part number 1. But today we'll concentrate on 2 main ones. First of all, the biggest one is what we see actually all around the world, is a trend about authenticity over tradition, self-expression. So wedding industry is known as a super traditional one, but today the millennials, the Gen Z, the majority of the couples who are actually getting married right now, they are creating weddings that reflects their own unique personalities, values, and style. And we see them shifting, moving away from traditional norms and parental influence, even if parents still pay for the wedding sometimes, in some cases. They question. Yeah, I'm sorry?
Financially,
yeah. Help them, yeah. So our couples, engaged couples, they question all the classic scenarios, like should a bridal dress be white, or should she actually include a veil, or should she, they cut a cake, or it could be, I saw just yesterday, it was a pizza or like mozzarella, they cut it instead of a cake. Should they choose in evening ceremony, sunset ceremony, or could it be a night one, because they're party animals? One of the biggest examples, the perfect examples, is actually Katie Mary's recent wedding at Burning Man. So probably you've seen it, but let's watch it again. Was it upscale? Was it expensive? Yes, of course. I mean, they planned so many things about logistics. They hired Katie Mary. She's not I would say she's one of the most expensive photographers in the world. Was it unique? Was it authentic? Yes, of course. And as a result of this trend, of the desire to create an authentic wedding experience, we see another one, the tailored and customized approach. And we see so many wedding professionals actually shifting to this, and we're going to talk about this more in the next slides. Everything from a name of the event to a color palette, from food choices to implementation of different cultures. It could be like a fusion, it's a super mix of so many things in one day. Even vows could be unique, like this one there, the bride actually in the vow she implemented, it wasn't like a super original one, but she quoted Eminem's lyrics, which is super customized, we would say, and authentic.
If you had one shot or one opportunity to see if everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? It looks like you captured it. And here I am, palms sweaty, knees are weak, arms are heavy, no vomit on my dress, but I do love your mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, you're nervous, but on the surface, we look calm and ready. I'm trying hard not to forget what I wrote down, but I think I got this. So,
I mean, who would have thought, but this actually, the Eminem's lyric perfectly applies to the wedding ceremony, to the vows. So yeah, everything should be customized because they want to express themselves, and we should work on it. We should prepare customized proposals. We're gonna talk about it, so hold that thought.
Yeah, however, so what they want tailored, they want to express themselves, and they need a perfect vendor to help them to create this. 60%, 59, almost 60% of the couples we talk to say that choosing the right vendor is the most important part of the wedding process. At the same time, 70% say that it is the biggest challenge. To find the right vendor is the biggest challenge. And I want to read one quote from the bride we talked with during the interview. I need vendors who listen to what I have to say and try to understand my vision rather than applying the same approach to every wedding. And let's now think how we can at least build the perception that we are not applying the same approach, that we have our identity as wedding professionals, but we are ready to make our couples shine, and we are ready to tailor everything for them.
Yeah, first let's watch a short video from a beloved movie. I know everyone seen The Holiday.
Iris, in the movies, we have leading ladies and we have the best friend. I can tell are leading lady, but for some reason, you're behaving like the best friend.
You're so right. You're supposed to be the leading lady of your own life, for God's sake.
You're supposed to be the leading lady of your life. So our first insight here, everyone wants to be the main character in their life, right? Especially if we're talking about upscale market, and we all want to work in upscale luxury market where like our couples spend a huge amount of time and money for their celebrations. You spend money like this one maybe like one couple of times in your life, and you buy a house or maybe super expensive car, but majority, yes, for the event, it's just wedding. It just yes, the most expensive event of your life. So our must is always, it starts with a research. So it's a step one, like whenever we get an inquiry from the couples, and we imagine ourselves as we are an FBI agent. So we should find at least 5 facts about our couples. Remember that everyone is different, and like for everyone, the beauty or even luxury or an upscale could be super subjective. In the last session, we talked about 2 different brides whose weddings ended up in Vogue and Harper's Bazaar. So we can consider those weddings upscale. They were expensive ones. So there's Erica and Alex. One is, and we talked about it and we discussed it, and like everyone agrees that Erica is more like fashion forward. She's super active, like something that you can just get as a perception just by looking at her Instagram. She's adrenaline junkie. She's a healthy lifestyle influencer. And we have Alex, and she is artistic. She is bohemian, I would say. She's also a fashionista, but she actually a lover of like 60s, 70s aesthetic. So we have 2 brides. They're completely different. The beauty itself is super like subjective for them. So as a result, they have 2 completely different yet memorable weddings. So the one, like Erica, she, of course, as a fashionista, she had like so many outfits for several days.
Here are some of my favorite looks from our wedding week. Loved this vintage Christian Dior set. This Roberto Cavalli dress styled with Moni's jewelry. Elias Riga dress, also styled with Moni's jewelry. This cute little Miss 60 set.
I mean, we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but she had like maybe 10 outfits for like the whole thing, and they were super expensive, of course, and super fashion forward. Well, Alex, yes, she's once again, she's more whimsical, romantic, vintage leather.
I am getting married in 1 hour.
So, well, just looking at the Instagram, you can learn so many facts about them. You can learn about their favorite celebrities. You can learn about their favorite countries, favorite food, colors, even how they love to pose for photographers, right? How they love to, like, how they perceive themselves. It's all through the Instagram. Instagram is a great platform. Today, we can learn so many things about the people we've never met. And we can, as a like the final step, whenever we send them the proposal, we do not only send like the price list, we actually refer to their love brands, to their movies, to their celebrities. And one of the great example, we actually we talked about it a lot during our course, during our consultations with our clients. The great tip here would be, yes, to refer to something that you just found out about them. What do they love? Are they like Harry Potter fans? Are they like Balenciaga fans or Gucci fans, what kind of movies do they watch? And you can use it as an example, like as a sentence, like, oh, you're so classy, you're so sophisticated, I just saw your dress, it's super lacy, you will look like Sofia Ricci. Or, oh, you chose this Italian Villa Balbinella, as you can see here, like as an example. It just reminds me, like the whole vibe, the whole aesthetic reminds me of a famous James Bond scene, or maybe Star Wars scene, which was also shot there. Or like, I saw your Instagram, I see that you're huge Italian lovers, and I can imagine you and like your partner in a Dolce Gabbana, like shining Dolce Vita style. Or I don't know, your couple is just super, I don't know, old classic movie stars, and we can do something, we can create a photo shoot like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt had. It was like super famous one while they were together. So do you know what we mean? Like, does it apply? Like, does it resonate with you? Do you feel like you can do it? You can study Instagram or like other social medias, and you can create a proposal, the customized proposal for your couples. Just once again, drop a reaction so we will know that you are still with us. Someone, yes, okay, yay! I can see some hearts. Okay. And we're gonna, yeah, I can see some questions in the chat, and just hold on that. We're gonna have Q&A session in the end, and we're gonna answer them. Okay, yes, so I can see some positive reaction. Great, we're moving on.
Number 2 is power of storytelling. And a lot has been said about that. So we're moving from just the beautiful shot of the ceremony in front of the venue or like the wedding arch to showcasing the emotions. And that is pretty much connected to the request for the couples to showcase their authenticity and to self-expression. So when you pull out the content from every wedding, no matter who you are, the wedding photographer, planner, videographer, or even the cake artist, those emotions, those parts of the story of the specific couple, that means that you can easier connect with others because they can see that you reflect the personality of the people better than just, staging them in front of the venue. And let's watch the couple videos first, and then I will comment how to come up with those videos.
To catch all your tears as they fall.
Yeah, once again, for the sake of time, we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but you can see the beautiful emotional moment between father and his daughters. The first look.
Give you my all, you can take what's all. Give you my lungs,
Yeah, the snake collar, babe.
So he made it to the wedding.
Mhm.
All right, I think we can pause here.
Yeah, I just loved here that she encouraged, like they can actually recorded the conversation between them, so you can hear how she encouraged him, like, you got this, you can do it, like you look
Love your
great.
color.
Yeah, so it's yeah, it's all about this emotional moments.
Yeah, and we already talked to many wedding professionals that it's so hard when you already shoot the wedding, or even if you planner to pick those 10 pictures that you want to put out there and to represent your brand. So, okay, besides the beautiful imagery, what to pay attention when capturing the moments and also when showcasing. First is people, parents, big personalities. I wanted to call them weirdos, but it's some guest who really like drags all the attention because he behaved a little bit strange. It's also somewhat that you can show to bring the vibe. Also, it can be servers sometimes or staff. Sometimes you can even show the bystanders to give that, emotion connection with the audience. Second, it's always some pets and kids on the wedding. So that is let's say, the winning content for you. Always take pictures and videos of them because this is how you can convert into Instagram content and get tractions from the audience. And every time during the wedding, and we talked about that a lot, something goes off script. And normally when we craft the final imagery, we just trim it, right? We want everything will be picture perfect. But with the latest trends, about imperfect is new perfect. Showing those real situations sometimes is more contributive than just showing everything that like copycats of any other wedding. So capture everything that goes off script. It can be a really cool piece of content that can bring some attention and that can showcase your professionalism, your personality, and also the way you work with couple. And those both videos, I think that was mostly about tear-jerking moments. Those emotions is your golden currency. So the more emotions you showcase, no matter again of your profession, from the wedding, when people smile, or when people cry, when people hug, or maybe even if you're a planner, when you hug with a couple, that's a great piece of content. So again, it's power of storytelling. It's not just random beautiful pictures. They're not gonna impress anyone. We live in Instagram era. Everyone is, let's say, overwhelmed with beautiful aesthetic content, especially millennials, right? And Gen Z appreciate emotions way more, and millennials also. So the picture perfect, it's important. You have a great progress, everyone here, in doing the picture perfect. But there is something that you can also cover, that is emotions and storytelling. That is number 2. And let's move to the number 3.
Yeah, let's talk about the picture perfect moments. Showcase what you want to attract. So we know that you spend so much time working on your projects, and sometimes you develop, as they call it, professional blindness, because it's super hard to find 10 or 20 pictures, the catchy photos for the Instagram or for the website that showcase the whole thing and how unique it was and how beautiful it was. We know this because every day we get inquiries from our members to help them choose a portfolio that aligns with their goals. And we select, like, I don't know, thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousand photos like every month, I would say. So here, and we decided just to show you several examples and try to explain you on examples of cover photos, how to attract attention of the viewer. So as once again, we know that our industry has many rules, many traditions, and like, for example, the most common thing is just to showcase your couple kissing or hugging, standing in front of the beautiful ceremony setup, right? But it doesn't show the uniqueness of the project. Not all the time. If it's like super beautiful, I don't know, like a super expensive ceremony with so many flowers, yes, maybe it can showcase how expensive it was, how upscale your work was. But if you don't have this leverage, how to do it, how to think about how to attract the attention of a viewer. So let's watch. We have 3 examples. So we know, like, from the description, we know 2 facts about this particular project. It has old Hollywood aesthetics and it took place in New Orleans, right? So maybe...
Can I just chime in real quick? So that is a real weddings. That is the examples for the WedVibes website. You know, we have a lot of real weddings, and so that is not just the something we created. No, that is
like
the
what we post,
real
what we
people,
publish.
real
Yeah.
wedding, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 facts. And do you think that it's actually, maybe this photo shows us like everything what we want to show? I don't think so. Maybe we can do better and we can think how we can catch our attention. So that's what we came up with. Even without the words, even without the description, and once again, let me know if you agree with me or not. But as we think, even without the words, you can imagine this is something that took place probably in New Orleans, because like this is like this jazz band, those umbrellas, the nightlife. It gives me this like energy. It gives me the party vibe of this particular like city. And it actually gives me a story behind this photo. So I can feel it's something completely different. And if I'm a fan of like this kind of aesthetic, for example, as a bride, I would want to know the story behind this photo. Okay, definitely a lot more exciting. Okay. Oh, that's your wedding. Hello, Brit. Hello, hello. Beautiful, beautiful pictures. Yeah, it's just we choosing like what we would use to catch the attention. And like this one definitely tells us the story. Okay, this let's go to this second example. Same thing. Beautiful couple. They're kissing. We know it was like from the description, it was a cozy event in Australia. But nothing special, right? It's a beautiful picture,
How
but
we say this pose, nose to nose.
nose to nose, yeah. But
Cheek nose to nose. All right,
maybe
classic.
yeah, it wouldn't be something that I want to dive into, right? Maybe I wouldn't want to actually dive into this story. But because we're wedding professionals, we know something about trends. We know it's something that catches our eye, and we can see that the bride actually wearing super trendy Danielle Frankel dress with a low waist and a scarf. Here we
Yeah,
go.
that it's on trend right now.
It's a super trend. You've seen this dress. I'm sure of it. Celebrities wear this dress. So many beautiful dresses wear this dress. And here we go. Right now, she's the moment. She's the fashion. She is the star. We can see her in action. We can see her super trendy dress. Maybe as a bride who's looking for the same aesthetic, for the same style, I would want to actually dive into this project and learn more about this cozy event in Australia. Right? One more, the last one. Again, couple in Mexico, beautiful couple, sunset, hugs. We could use this photo in a gallery, but as a cover photo, maybe not. But once again, we can see something catches our eye that actually the bride has a unique head accessorize. And voila, we can highlight it and we can showcase the gorgeous whale from the Rue de Seine. It's a famous, I believe, New Zealand, correct me if I'm wrong, brand. And they actually had this collection of the beautiful, unconventional, I think authentic whales. And we highlighted her, we showed that she has a unique sense of style. And it wasn't the classic dress, it was something catchy. And here we go. I love this aesthetic, I would want to dive into this project and to learn more about it. Okay, so how, guys, let me know how we done so far. Do you agree with the comments? Do you think like it's catchy? Great, okay. So if you agree with this, here's your task for the day. We prepared, like we couldn't leave you without the homework. So your homework for the day is like for, I don't know, for your free time, you can take one favorite gallery of yours, one favorite project of yours. It could be everything, engagement session, wedding, editorial, and shape it in 3 ways. The first way, you can highlight upscale and premium. What do we mean by that? You can showcase famous venue, the old villa, many flowers, or expensive shoes, or once again, signature dress, as we know is like super popular today or trendy today. The second way how you can highlight, like choose the gallery of the same project, is experience and fun. Party, friends, multiple looks, tasty food, experiential food, cool music band, showcase the vibe, like what was special about it. And the third one, and we already covered it, the tear-jerking moments always work. Every wedding has them. It's a rule. We cannot skip the wedding without tears. I mean, it's super emotional event. So what touched your heart? Showcased parents, kids, yeah, all the tearing, all the emotional moments. So one gallery, 3 ways to show it. Does it clear? Okay, yeah, I can see.
Perfect. Thank you so much for those who like with camera on. Before we will move to the
Clear.
partners. And before we move, I will summarize this couples block. Oh my
I
God,
can
someone is
see-
drawing again. Like someone is like artistic nature drawing and this that. I don't know how to lock it. So yeah, that's a secret. Everyone can just.
I will try.
Let me just pause for a minute and highlight the main outcomes from the couples insights. So the big trend now is every couple want to express themselves and they really want to do authentic weddings, right? And from that, they want everything custom, tailored, and etc. So on and so forth. We know that. How we can use it in connecting better with them and showcasing our uniqueness and how we can serve them. First is we remember that every couple want to be a celebrity or like the hero of their movie. So we focus everything around them, from customizing their proposals to bringing up some celebrities or brands that they love the most and making connection, like this is an amazing movie star that you will look like. Number two is power of storytelling. So picture perfect is great. You all know how to do it. Please add some emotions, some idea behind. It's not just beautiful couple and beautiful wedding and beautiful flowers. There is something behind. Put this meat on those bones. And number three, you can choose the best moments from the wedding and use it as a main banner, right? To highlight the spirit and the emotion and the ambience of the wedding, crafting the good perception. So you make the perception. And no matter what kind of wedding you worked with and what is your portfolio right now, it is you who can build the right perception and choose the right images. And we did those examples with the weddings that you have seen. It can be very, let's say, traditional and boring. No one will click into that, or you can pull out the one picture that really makes it different. That is regarding couples. Moving to partners. We have around 15 minutes to go. So partners, of course, that is a huge piece of the success. And we talked to 50 wedding professionals who are top creme de la creme of the wedding market today. Everyone brought up connections, that is the heart of the luxury market. That is a quote. You might have already heard about that. You might already had a great progress in building your networking and connections. And we decided to zoom in and share with you two proven techniques. Not only share the techniques, but also give you the cases that we have in our story, because how we became a fastest growing wedding media, it's pretty much because we also build in partnership and relationship, and we also use these tools. Number one, seed the plant. And there is a picture of Joe Meyer, the wedding planner. Seed plants, it's exhausting. It's the most, time requesting, and there is no guarantee. There is guarantee that some of the seeds you plant will grow, but not each seed will grow. What is here we want to highlight specifically? First contact doesn't turn into a contract overnight. We know that, but we want to over and over again say it. If you meet someone in the party, at the networking event, if you go into Engage or New York Bridal Fashion Week and you're a photographer, you meet a planner, you shake hands, it doesn't mean, and it's fine, that it won't turn into the contract, but maybe it can grow into something bigger. To grow bigger, usually it makes sense to do an extra mile. And we just had a session with Joe Meyer, and I will tell you the story about him, and then we will give you example of our extra mile that we went. So when he was like, I don't know, 10 years ago, already successful wedding planner, someone reached out to him to organize the wedding, but he couldn't, he was already booked for this date. But instead of just saying to the couple that he is booked, he pretty much recommended the good company, the good another wedding planner, not only recommended, but he connected. He wrote to this person and he made it happen. So the couple was happy. And several years ago, that couple, the bride, turned out to be someone like a producer of the morning show. And remembering of Jove and how kind he was, she invited him to the show. So now he was this starring at the TV, not only because he is a great and vibrant wedding planner, very successful, but also because he occasionally built this connection. Right? Maybe it sounds like, all right, that is just a story, but every time something happened, and I'm sure that a lot of things happen with you. So referring your partner, referring someone else in the industry, it is not only you give the job to someone else in the industry, but also pretty much you're doing good to fulfilling the needs of the couple. And later on, these people, the like life is changing, right? Maybe they will find themselves in a better place and you will grow with them. So pretty much you grow with everyone who you connect today. And tomorrow it can be big collaboration. And another thing, that developing relationship is not selling. And trust me, and I think that the biggest question about like from everyone, that all right, I have to reach out to, I have to build my networking, right? I have to build relationship. That's important. How do I do it? Shall I sit down and email them? Okay, I will do it. What to email? What to say? And shall I put the price leads? Shall I put the link to my website? Because I'm waiting for the deals, for the contracts that they will hire me. It's yes and no. The idea to put down your anxiety about reaching out, people expecting that they will hire you and feeling like a little bit desperate about that. Even reaching out people to introduce yourself, it's already enough sometimes. Not really jumping on them, especially the tension always happens during the like offline networking events, when people understand that pressure that they need to introduce themselves. Sometimes they go too far and start selling, but the people who've been approached start defending. So let us say that even approaching the people you like, I mean, the planner you like, the photographer you like, even the like same profession, the another photographer, you're a photographer and you are like reaching out another photographer, just introducing yourself and making this connection, having conversation, it's already enough. It is planting the seed. Not every time we have to craft the proposal and push it. Sometimes it's a good time, but not all the time. So introducing and building this relationship is also important. It's also part of our work. And we cannot really, don't notice that and say that it's not important. It's also important, and it will bring the fruits. And yeah, we will share the
Building the
our
long-term
example. Yeah, what we did about the extra mile we made.
Yeah, I
On
just
the time.
read the comment in the chat. Yeah, it's about building long-term relationship. Exactly. So here you can see our own example with our pride and joy, Tiffany & Co., one of my personal favorite brand. And I wanted to work with them for so many years. Even then, I used to be like the wedding planner. I didn't even have the WedVibes at this point. And you can see here Ksenia, and some of you already met her because she was a speaker during one of our live session. And here's the story behind it. So how we ended up working with Tiffany. It wasn't the brilliant proposal from our side. This is a story about planting seed. So back in the day when we just first started, Ksenia, she was a PR manager of a small clothing brand, and they decided that they want to work with grooms. And they had some suits and they wanted to collaborate with us, and they wanted to basically for us to publish some press release for them. So we couldn't publish it because our content calendar, I mean, it's always the case. The content calendar is always full, I believe, for every media platforms. We didn't have resources to actually publish it. But instead, like Jove in the previous example, we recommended some people to her. We recommended some planners, some photographers. So they ended up creating an event there. She actually introduced this brand to wedding professionals, and in turn they recommended her brand to their couples. She was super happy about it, and then came the job offer. And she worked today she worked with so many luxury brands, and Tiffany ended up was being one of her brand. And it took us 2 years from the point that she first contacted us, and we helped her and we stayed in touch. And once again, it's one of the hardest things to do, to actually be in touch and to be kind and find extra time for people if you don't know how you can leverage this relationship, but it will always pay back. So when Tiffany actually decided to launch the new collection and they wanted to create some photo shoot, they went to the Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and she said, oh, I actually know one small but really great, beautiful media platform, so they can actually create something for you. And we ended up having to this day, we had 8 collaborations with them. And this was a blast. And hopefully we have an aspiration to create a photo shoot in their New York boutique. And hopefully it will happen one day. So here's the story for us planting the seeds. The second one, the second thing that we always bring up during all of our consultations, all of our live sessions, but this is super important because we still to this day see that people miss this point, is to give first. It's to, once again, make a research. It's important to even know a name to who you actually writing right now, not to the team, dear team, and to know the people behind the brand. And you can find it. You can find it on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on the website. It's important to make a research and to know, like, maybe what, if you want to talk and to collaborate with particular person, not with a Tiffany brand, of course, but like, for example, with some Italian wedding planner, make a research, like, what do they love? Are they like about the colors, or they're more about classy approach, or like old money approach, or they more like fashion forward? What's happening right now, like in their life, how you can be in service of them, and you can customize your approach. Instead of sending them a price list with your services, we call it give first, you can call it like pay it forward. It's to offer something, because we always say it's a big difference, and you come to people, people come to you, and you come to people, you have to offer them something. If your photographer offer to create a backstage photos for them, or create a portrait, get a portrait session together. If you bake cakes, send them your delicious desserts. If you do the makeup, offer to actually, I don't know, to create the makeup and hair for them for some event, like Engage Summit or something else. So always think about what can you offer, so how can they actually how you can catch their attention. And another story about us, if you think that it's super easy for us to collaborate with brands, it's not. And sometimes we're also thinking about this give first approach. Sometimes it's planting the seed. Sometimes it's consistent email chains for it could take us several years to start working with a brand we really want. Sometimes it could be the paid forward. So Baccarat, some of you know this brand, is a French luxury brand. They create the fine crystal, home decor, jewelry, even perfume, fragrance. And they have the huge share of the market in presents. So in upscale luxury events, so many couples actually create a wish list with Baccarat. And so we knew that they constantly creating the collections, and they want to have more exposure about the presents, about the gifts, how to implement, or maybe implement some beautiful tableware in the weddings. So we offered to write some articles. We offered to create some photo shoot. We weren't particularly interested in that because this is just some flat lace that we shot. You can see an example here. It's not an editorial, a classic editorial that you would expect to do with WedVibes. So we decided to pay it forward and to offer to do something for them to get an exposure in terms of what they need. And instead, we got an access to their boutiques and all of this luxury furniture and ambience, and we created some editorials for us. Yeah, so you can see some old examples from 2016, 2018. Yeah, but they're still beautiful to this day. And that's how we got this amazing partner who in line, they recommended us to some of the other partners with who we work today. So plant seeds, think about how you can reach out your potential collaborators and what you can offer to them.
That is the 2 biggest outcomes of the partners. And we have one announcement today. So some of you, I believe 60% is newbies. You don't know, but many of you heard that we have a Fall in Love marketing course. It's a wedding marketing course, and we already had 2 batches. And we took a pause for the summer, for the hot season. And now we are launching the new batch in October, and waitlist is now open. So if you feel like that is something that you want to join, if it's something relevant for your business, especially off season when you start working and revisiting your brand strategy, your PR strategy, your Instagram strategy, it's a holistic course. And we already, Daria and I, working now on updating some lessons given that new insights that we learned from the study, and also a little bit modernizing it. So if you want to join it, waitlist is open. You can email us on marketing@wedvibes.media, or you can set up a call with WedVibes team and chat about your business goals, your strategies, what stage of business you are. Maybe you already, like, you have a healthy business, you're already 15 years in the industry, and you have a lot of inquiries from the referrals, but you feel like you're missing your representation on social media. That could be the case. Or you are on, like, it's third season for you and you want to break into new level and you want to build connections, so you can chat if the course will be relevant. Or you feel that you're a little bit stuck and you want to break into upscale market and pretty much work less and earn more, and also work with a budget and scale and right couples where you can express your creativity and you can express your style better. So that can be also a request for you. So you can chat with us. If you are too shy, you can email. If you love chatting and showing up yourself, you can call with Zoom, turn on your mic and camera and chat. We start in October, and yeah, you can join us. And with that,
You also can join us on our third part of this session of this Netflix, as Alina called it, TV show. And we're going to talk about the cornerstone of your promotion. We're going to talk about you, how to find your characteristics that could work in your favor, how to promote yourself on social media, on particularly on Instagram, how to present yourself, how to be recognized, and how to attract your dream couples. So chime in, join us. It's going to be September 26th. We're gonna prepare some more presents for you, I believe, because it's still gonna be our birthday month. And yeah, we're gonna wait for you in the next live session. And to prepare for this live session, if you want to, you can also do another homework, the task number 2. And we're gonna talk about it, and you're gonna find out during the third live sessions why we actually gave you this task. But you can come prepared and with 3 words, the 3 words that describe you in a professional perspective. So a couple of examples. You can be, your 3 words could be ambitious, patient, and honest. Your 3 words could be, I'm an introvert, I'm humble, and I'm loyal. Or the complete opposite, extrovert, I don't know, easygoing and loud, and like everyone notice me when I'm in the room. So 3 words.
Creative, fashionable, and decisive. So that is a word about your professional image, how you want to be perceived, right? Like, I want to be perceived as a creative, decisive, and energetic, for example, right? When I meet with partners or couples. So 3 words, what you want and how you believe. So that is your homework, and we will apply it on the next exercise.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you
September, right? That will be to be continued. But join us with this homework done.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting session. I can see Lauren is ready for the homework. Okay.
Yes, perfect.
And
And you remember the previous task?
Yes, the previous task is 1 gallery, 3 ways to show it. Expensive, upscale, fun, and emotions. Yeah, so the second task, 3 words about you as a professional. How do you want to be perceived? How do you feel people perceive you? And yeah, and we come into the end, but if you know us, you know that we love motivational videos. And here's the story about Nike. So Nike is one of the greatest brands who nailed this triangle of success, as we call it. And they, like several years ago, there was a history moment that Nike actually was worth twice, that they were twice bigger than their biggest competitor, Adidas. And they told it's because Adidas sells shoes, but Nike instead remember about our triangle. They built emotional relationship with their clients. They understood their consumer needs. It's not about clothes or shoes. It's about confidence in your body. It's about community. And they express themselves. They express their brand authenticity and their brand's voice. So here's the story. Why instead of selling shoes, they sold experience, and how did they do it?
The way that Phil Knight used to talk about Nike, I don't know if you've ever heard the story. He was speaking at a large conference and he stood up and he said to the audience, if any of you have ever run for exercise, can you please stand up? Most of the room stood up. He said, if you run at least once a week, please keep standing. Everybody else sat down. Most of the room sat down. He says, if you run, twice a week, please keep standing. He says, if you run 3 times a week, rain or shine, regardless of the weather or the temperature, please keep standing. There's now a smattering of people. And he looks out at them and he says, the next time you're out there before the sun is up, it's dark, it's cold, and it's wet, and you're running by yourself, we're the ones standing under the lamppost cheering you on. That's how he described Nike. And in an instant, you understand what just do it means. It has nothing to do with winning. It has everything to do with trying. It has everything with doing. And his story, his ability, his narrative captured that so exquisitely. And when Nike's at their best, they celebrate the ones who do, not the ones who win.
To celebrate the ones to do. So do not sell shoes, sell experience, celebrate your clients. And with that, we're finalizing our session today. Thank you for being with us. And yeah, we're gonna see you September 26th, hopefully. Yes, and here's the time to, yes.
We have 5 more minutes, and if anyone have questions prepared, I saw someone put it in the chat, so now it's your time to shine. And I will encourage you to turn on your mic, turn on your camera, and ask your question, and we will answer them. Thank you, thank you. No questions. All right. I cannot believe
I
it.
love to get the
I
positive.
cannot believe it. Because I saw some, it is like, as we speak, there are a lot of comments and questions in the chat, but then, all right, I'm done. It's clear. Okay, thanks so very much for everyone who now send in their love words. And I hope that, again, this study is huge. It's at some point a game changer, especially if you start applying at least one idea that you liked today. If you apply it in the next 24 hours, 22, 74. Okay. You will totally benefit of that.